Hello, viewers. I'm SB,
And I am Amabel.
and welcome back. That was a very normal way to do that. Thank you. And welcome back to Thief 2 The Metal Age, where today we are in a strange woodsy place where perhaps a strange woodsy thing might happen. And I was saying to Amabel, like, that last mission was horrible. Hugely the worst mission in either of the games so far. But I think maybe what they're doing is they were taking us as low as possible so that they could hit us with something really great and it would just and it would knock us off our feet, below our hair to the back of the arena, you know? That's what I'm hoping for. Today.
Yeah.
So do we still have exactly the items? No. This bothers me. We should have exactly the stuff we had at the end of the last mission, right? We absolutely do not.
We shouldn't.
Wait, we shouldn't?
At all. No.
Why?
We passed through a portal that's like all magic-y and whatnot.
Oh, it dropped us in the middle of a fairy circle. That's cute.
Yeah, they probably took some of our stuff.
But
who knows how many years have passed in that circle?
All right, you. This looks like a narratively significant rock. It isn't. Alright, well, I guess. Was that you?
Was what, me?
Thought I heard a sound. Okay. Nothing.
That was me. That's me right now.
That's you? That right there?
Yeah.
Huh. Mechanists. Hey, look, a map. We just happened to find a map. Pagans living. The reconnaissance map of Beck o' the Wills. Just so you're clear, the pagans, they live in the huts. Here's a grove. This is what a grove looks like. I drew this by hand. It is not clip art. We don't have clip art. So don't say this is clip art.
I mean, maybe it's decoupage.
Report any inaccuracies in this map to friend Ashton, Reconnaissance Company. Okay, significance of stone formations unknown. They have a gathering place. I think this is the building that we're near, maybe? Sort of a larger stone. Well, no, it's not round. But okay, we found a thing that like we found a map from the first game that stumbled its way in here somehow. Jesus fucking.
You can have this. I don't need it anymore.
Come, Lily. Must we go?
His name's Dewdrop, and he doesn't like Satanists.
Lily.
I have to go now.
Hi, Dewdrop. That would have been like maybe a little bit more compelling if the ghosts are actually looking at me. I guess they assume you're going to stand there, but that's the place where you're visible through the doorway by the mechanists. So... okay, so the mechanists murdered a child.
Yeah, I don't feel great about this.
In case you were curious which side the game wants you to be on. Lily must writ this 5 times over for home lesson. Full moon be's called Nene, for him woodsy lord's jackal. New moon be's called Enen, them's jackal's dark shadow. It's... You know...
What?
I don't think it's going to win a Caldecott Award.
Okay.
Okay, nothing. All right. Who wants me to leave the room that contains the child's corpse?
I mean, it wouldn't win a Caldecott because that's particularly for picture books.
Yes, that's part of the... Amabel, you know that style of joke I do where I say a thing and it's kind of dumb and like
It took me
factually...
a moment.
Okay. And it's like factually that's something.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, it is on the map. I just didn't really... All right.
Also, I had to remind myself which was the Caldecott and which was the Newberry.
Okay.
Been a while since I worked in a library.
But you know, I like to do that joke where I say a thing that's like very like it's like I'm trying to tell a joke but I'm doing part of it factually wrong on purpose.
Yeah, I just thought you were bad at jokes. Now I understand.
Well, hold on now. Okay, first of all, fucking remains to be seen. Secondly, I am bad at jokes. That's also true. Like,
No, you are much funnier than I am.
got it. I really wanted those crystals. Okay, so this is just very bad timing for that particular pagan that he came home as a mechanist raid was occurring.
Yeah.
You know what? They've crossed the line, in my opinion.
Yeah.
This is very out of character. Like, I personally am like fully. I think the pagan woodsy lord shit is super rad. It's not. Garrett would not agree. Is my feeling.
No, but I mean, I have a feeling, first of all, that Garrett has enough of a sense of morality that, you know, killing children bad,
Sure.
like genocide bad.
Yeah.
He doesn't kill innocents. It's not how you do it as a sophisticated thief. You just give them incredible brain damage. That definitely will not.
You
be
fracture
fatal.
their skull and let them die of the injury later.
Yeah. But also, I mean, the first time we see Garrett is as a kid who has been, you know, that opening cinematic in the first game, who is, had probably a tough life. So I think he especially probably has some sympathy for children, is what is in my head canon.
It grows dark.
Okay. Let me.
Oh, gross. I thought I said gross. Dark.
Oh, gross! I get stabbed. Can you believe that grody shit happened to me?
I was just about to use the word grody as well. I like that we're on the same page there.
He am the honeymaker, and drinkers we them meads. He am the jacksberry, and eaters we them leaves. He am the trickster, and the woodsy lord he bees. Notice,
Okay.
present tense, bees.
I knows it was here. I knows it.
That one also scared me.
Looking for this vile heathen?
My side. Gives it here.
Gladly, pagan. Gladly.
Aw.
Every breath of air a blessing, every taste of water a gift. Grants us our small miracles and lets us live another day.
I am really liking the music here.
Yeah.
It has like a very different vibe that's I don't know, it really gets across a sense of like both unease and wonder.
He ams the honeymaker.
He ams the jacksberry.
Sits we down under his treesy roofs.
Eats we all of his leaves and gifts.
He feeders us.
I mean, I think we get it. I hate to,
Yeah, no, we've
free cucumber.
I
Cedar, we'll need another cartload of these frondy plants, and let's have no lazing about the way you normally do. If you're quick, you'll even have a bonus. 7 each instead of the usual 6. Cutting my own throat for it, but that's as much as I can squeeze out of these petty lordlings. But because you're my friend and I know you need it. Anyway, get me the plants. Huh.
Yeah, I think the little vignette with the child in the body of the child gets it across more than any of.
Who art thou, villain?
We don't need this many of them.
Yeah.
What? You? Gets the children to the gathering place. Quickly now.
Quickly hid than thee. Rats would be wise to scurry elsewhere.
Wonder.
Who's there? What noise does it make?
Did not remove as much light as I was hoping.
For Karis' sake, is there someone there? 'Twas nothing then. The drums in mine ears do overly strong. Into position will be thy plate, matching A unto A and B unto B, such that complete is thy seal.
No loot. I know we're supposed to be following the blood and everything, and I totally will. I'm just exploring, looting,
Yeah.
These people didn't have a chance against the Mechanists.
Oh, it's a bowl. It's like, what kind of thing is that? Remarkably chill to the sight of the other murdered guy. Well, alright. Most of them are smart enough to stop running forward when you get the sword in front of them.
Yeah.
Ow.
It is so rare to have in a video game, particularly a game that's not a strictly narrative game.
Check thy map. Several have escaped from somewhere near the gathering place.
Yes, I have seen it. The wretched heathens did perform a ritual that allowed them to pass through. But alas, I could not follow.
The Builder will forgive us if we perform their pagan rituals in pursuit of his wishes.
Yes, friend, thou speakest the truth. Let us wait. Did you hear that? There's someone behind those trees.
It's rare for a video game, in my experience, that isn't a visual novel or RPG to have like a plot with themes and to develop those themes. So I really
Okay.
appreciate that here.
Boy. That's
Am I showing my incredible ignorance
that's
of
a
the form?
sequence of words you've just said there. We here at SB Plays Games do not. Planters we aft, the spring moon is full, and water till it be at wane. Harvests we aft, the fall moon shines there, and winds crisp air cool us be. Boy, the grammar that these people use is indecipherable.
let me rephrase. I appreciate the way that the themes are being developed in this game.
Okay. I mean, the last game had some pretty clear theming, like the dark project ended like
Yeah.
lit up the lights of the gathering place till all of them glows round the woodsy lord's head, then opened them eyes of the Jacksberry giver by bringing the rubies and then placing 'em's there. Jumps in his mouth when glows it all red, for these is the way to them lair of the greens, the maw of them earthseas and court of us dreams. So light up the lights of the gathering place, then put the rubies in the eye of the Jacksberry giver. Okay. We have a big ruby. We need one more.
Okay. I also will say that I appreciate I really like the moment of, like, I don't know if you want to call it emergent storytelling, but, like, when you decided, you know what, I'm gonna murder these dudes, because fuck these dudes. I'm not gonna hit them in the back of the head with my blackjack. I'm going to hit them with my sword.
Yeah.
I think it was neat that the game had the opportunity for that.
Yeah.
Because mechanically, there's no advantage to that. There's no difference really in the game between a corpse and an unconscious person.
This is rad.
Yeah.
Rounders us garden plants we them marigolds. Or rounders us gardens plants we them marigolds. That's the verb. Keeps these them's buggies away from the fruits. Sweet hair and vole bees kept away too. Sweet hair. Oh, sweet rabbit. We love you so. So, okay. The blood trail guy. Hold on. Blood trail guy ran across that bridge, down the other way, across the bridge that we killed the magic lady on. I'm just making sure we're not missing anything here. This game does love a secret or two. So across here. And then further up this way. Is that just a bunch of flash bombs over there? Laying on the ground? Because I'll take those.
What dragonfly flits about?
Shield me lest I fall.
Nope.
Did that guy yell spoilers when I killed his friend? Do you understand how spoilers work, my man?
I am unfueled.
It's like, I didn't want to know that he dies yet. Okay, the blood goes this way. See what's over here. Trixie, Woodsy, etc. I'm loudly declaring my allegiance. Alright, seems like there's nothing on the outside of the big gathering place building. Here's our lord.
Comes now, Birch. We've lit the lights and opened up the eyes of the woodsy lord. What left is theirs to do.
Yeah, no, I get it. I'm with you.
Someone has to stay behind to delay the Mechanist's threat.
But we needs you with us, Birch.
No! Take Minnow and go! Go now!
back out.
Okay. So the blood leads into the gathering place. Perhaps the wounded one managed to make the teleport away. I'm going to go ahead and grab those flash bombs that I saw, because who knows what we're about to encounter. It's interesting that there is a platform up there. I wonder... Ah, okay. Never mind. I was going to say, I wonder if we could, like, scramble up onto that roof and then from there find a way up, but actually there's a ladder. Sometimes things are much more straightforward than that. That said, there is absolutely no benefit to having come up here. Okay, so rubies in the eyes. The lights around it have to be lit up, and then I think we're like... feel like we've been pretty thorough here exploration-wise.
Yeah.
I think we're ready to just, like, do the whatever.
Let's do the whatever.
Are all the lights lit? Seems like... Oh, yeah, no, the portal's totally live. Fucking... Okay. Alright. Hi, I'm Garrett, and I'm a thief. Well, some of the mechanists made it through. That's not great. This is...
Looks like I'm still on the right track.
This is fucking, like, super extra rad. It's a little clumsily executed. And I do think probably there should not have been any ghosts except for that first child. Like, the child and the mother, because, like, the child's spirit was reluctant to go, you know, whatever. Like, that, I think that's a pretty affecting little story. But, yeah, the other ones are less so. But that aside, yeah, this is rad.
Yeah.
Okay, that doesn't actually go anywhere. Is that a security camera? What's up, plant? What are you gonna do? Are you going to harm me? I mean, looking at me is okay, I guess. This actually is... This is an experience. I'm gonna just... I hope you don't mind if I... Cool, thanks. Let's go grab that one. Ooh, the noise. The noise is really...
Is this the mom? Looks different.
I think Garrett had a voice line there that was maybe, like, not supposed to be played yet.
Yeah.
Let's see here. The blood goes this way. Pitcher plants. Okay, blood goes that way. We're gonna just check out this way first then, because I am curious about all the weird wonders and horrors of this woodsy place. And in particular, I want to know my way around in case shit suddenly kicks off, which I think is a possibility. You can do a lot with colored lighting as far as, like, setting a mood.
Yeah.
Oh, jeez. Okay. I don't know if that's it. The water's too hot, I guess. That was damage. We were taking damage there, I think. So
Yeah.
don't do that. Don't go in there. There was steam coming up off of it, but I didn't, like, you know. Sometimes Water in a spooky place just has like a layer of fog on it. What?
Oh, I'm just thinking of something else.
Something? What?
So,
What? What did I do?
do you remember
Viner.
that time you were making hot chocolate? And
Y'all can guess where this story goes.
because you have that water boiler.
Yeah, it's called a
I don't know
kettle.
what that. Okay, okay, but you have like an electric kettle of some sort.
Yeah,
I
it's
don't know.
called an electric kettle. They're very common.
Okay, well, I don't have one, so I don't know that. And you're like, I wonder if this is hot, or if this is on yet, and you grabbed it.
I didn't say no because it wasn't beeping the way I
Okay.
expect it to beep. Ordinarily, it
Okay.
beeps when it reaches the target temperature, and it sounded like it had stopped heating.
Okay,
Just gonna let that occur.
I'll let you finish telling the story.
So it sounded like it had stopped heating, but it hadn't beeped yet. And I was like, well, that's weird. I wonder if it did get up to temperature, if it stopped for some reason, if something's wrong. You know, I didn't pay the most for it. It might break. The point is, well, the thing I did and said was very reasonable and normal and not like stupid like she's trying to paint it to be.
Well, you wondered if it was up to temperature, so you grabbed it, and then you just said, yes, it is.
I touched it with one finger. One finger. Hooray, loot. Oh, we got good valuable crystals here.
I didn't like the part of that story where you got burned on your finger, but I did like the rest of it because it was very charming.
I mean,
when it happened.
your delivery, sweetie, is just...
My deliveries, you should just tell the stories for me. I'm glad that it's got their little walks.
After everything that's happened here recently, I don't want to be aggressive to these people. But also, I do want to live.
And you did kill their god.
I am
be
not
clear.
convinced that he is as permanently dead as we might have thought, based on some things we've seen and read around here. Okay, had to step out of the path of that guy. We're good. Unfortunately, I think that's probably the way forward back there behind those two dudes, and I don't know how we're gonna access that without causing some disturbances here. I may have to.
You don't have any noisemakers, do you?
I do. I found one in the village. I have a couple, in fact. I also found a vine arrow.
Show yourself, Dapper.
Hey! That's the woodsiest delivery of Taffer I've ever heard. Fucking, I'm over here trying to save lives, and I'm getting taffered. There is no escaping the Teesler. People just love it. It's like fucking 1995 in here.
See you, mine's plumsies? Them plumsies mines.
No! Bumsy taker! Giving them backsies!
I eaters thems. Plumsies all gone.
Probably babbling nothing.
I put them in the icebox. I was saving them for breakfast. That's an internet culture joke for all y'all out there.
Excuse me.
Please do not come at me with your fucking light that follows you and reveals my presence. Fuck off, light.
That's not an internet culture. It's a culture thing.
Your mom's a culture. Got her.
Probably.
Got her.
Yeah.
No, the ubiquity of that is definitely like a Twitter thing.
I think that's probably Carlos Williams' most famous poem. Like, it was famous before. It was ubiquitous before Twitter, and that it appeared in a lot of anthologies. Gets quoted a lot. The only one that's maybe a competition is the Red Wheelbarrow, which is not nearly as fun because it's not him, eating his wife's plums and apologizing with a fucking poem, which is the most... Oh my god, that man, that guy. No, I'm canceling him.
Hold on, but you're talking about, without Twitter, it's poem ubiquitous. It's ubiquitous relative to a poem. With Twitter, it's ubiquitous relative to, like, words, to English phrases that people use.
I don't... okay.
How much blood can possibly be left in this person's body at this point,
Nobody, nothing.
Okay, I should have gone then. That was the optimal time. I'm going to wait here for a second. This guy's got a T-shaped patrol path, which is a little annoying when you need to go from one leg to the other, to another. Oh gosh.
Do you think...
No blood from me.
The other one did go down. Okay, interesting. Maybe you can blackjack people even if they're aware, as long as you catch them in the back?
Maybe. Do you think... Oh, go ahead and read this letter first. I have a stupid question to ask you after.
Okay. My new friend, I was very pleased to receive your answer so quickly. I will now outline for you my plan for how we will correspond with each other in the future. Firstly, contact will be made only after a signal. Each day, check to see which plant I have in my office window. If it is the peony, then you know I have a message to give you. Then, at midnight, I'll drop my message off in the alley we agreed upon earlier. Please make sure an agent picks it up promptly, as I cannot risk anyone else seeing these letters. If you need to contact me, then leave a sage branch outside my door in the morning, and I will pick up your message at noon in the same alley. Do not deviate from this system. I will assume anyone who contacts me in your name outside of these rules is a spy or traitor to our conspiracy, and will have him or her killed. Similarly, any person who claims to be sent by me, or any message you receive from me sent in a different manner, assumed to be false, and, of course, our secret associations discovered by a third party. I shudder at the thought. Yours sincerely, Lieutenant Mosley. Well, I mean, this isn't necessarily, like... I don't know what I think about Lieutenant Mosley. For the moment, you know?
Yeah.
But also, I'm wondering if I could... now I am wondering if we could just... with the guards, after we aggro them, just run around behind them and hit them with the blackjack and have it still work.
Okay. So, stupid question.
Go for it.
Do you think that his customers were annoyed by Carlos Williams? Famously, he was a pharmacist, and he would write poems on people's prescription slips when he filled them.
None guards is it.
Hold on.
For what's good gets that bars. None's good. None's good makes it.
Who looks at their prescription slips?
True.
Who would even know?
Nobody's now. Probably nothing.
I think I've lost the trail a little bit here.
Okay.
I'm gonna hold on a second. I need a little bit more freedom of movement in this area. So there was blood on the bridge over here. Yeah, so that's blood. So we're still going the right way to here, and there's not another way to go up to this branch. So, okay, I think we're still good. Here we are. It's just a hive of wasps, one presumes. Terrible stuff.
Mm-hmm.
And I keep seeing little bits of red and getting excited, and then it's like, those are apples. That's not blood. Well, I'm guessing we need to go that way because that would be the least convenient way for us to go.
Mm-hmm.
What's that? Who's creepsy around there?
Trying so hard to get to the dark. The dark that's not actually dark. Oh, not ideal.
Who's my skin's be tougher than your iron?
Yep, your skin is tough. Let's...
No blood from me. Curse you! How meant the man's it to hurt? My skin's be tougher.
Okay. Out of curiosity, that does say corpse when you pick it up. This says unconscious
Yeah.
body, that one says corpse. Okay. Well, I tried.
Yeah.
My attempt to keep him alive was somewhat derailed. I think I just grabbed a letter. Oh my god, there's going to be a bunch of identical letter objects. Okay. My secret correspondent, I have found out something new. All this time, I thought Sheriff Truart, possibly out of some misguided sense of duty, was acting alone against your people, but that is sadly untrue. As is his fashion, Truart was hired. Well, listen, you're all employees. Yes, and by the mechanists. He has met with Karis, their leader, several times. And from those meetings came the order to systematically eradicate all pagans. Oh, and they're so clever. You are now officially potential obstacles to the greater good who must be eliminated. You and others too, including a poor soul named Garrett, whom they pursue mercilessly. Why Karis has targeted him I have yet to discover, but as of this letter, he remains at large. The others were unfortunately not so lucky as you and this Garrett seem to be. I fear your peril is too great. Truart can be handled, but Karis and his mechanists, stay away from them. I trust you are taking every possible precaution. My thoughts are with you. I remain Lieutenant M.
So it's been the mechanist behind my problems this whole time.
I feel like that we could have assumed that was pretty safe.
Yeah.
But yeah, the spots of light and dark on this map do not correspond to where you are visible and where you are not visible very
I
well.
hope this guy doesn't run out of blood.
Thank you, Garrett.
Well, so the blood spots are getting further. It's like getting further and further between them, right? So
Yeah.
one of two things is happening. Either like he is bleeding less, like the wound is closing somewhat, or he's like managed to patch it, or he's all of a sudden moving really, really fast. I'm not allowed to pick up these fish for some reason. My fellow collaborator, I agree with your assessment that it is time to take drastic measures. Measures that will be no pleasure to undertake, however they must be done. You are right, we must be rid of Sheriff Truart. With Truart out of the way, then the City Watch will receive new orders from me. It's the only way to ensure your safety and to preserve the integrity of the City Watch. Indeed, if any is left. I have a plan that I will tell you about, but in a few days. In the meantime, ready an agent to serve as assassin and wait for my next correspondence. Okay, so she wasn't framed. She had an agent of the pagans perform the assassination, but she gave them her keyring with her personal sigil on it to go and do the job. She's very bad at this. She's right. She is very inexpert at conspiracy. I kind of like how bad she is at it.
Yeah, it makes me like want her to get through things okay, because she's just it's like Brad Pitt in that Coen Brothers movie.
Burn After Reading, I think, is probably...
Yeah. That's the vibe I'm getting. Like someone who's just completely in over their head and guileless.
Well, I mean, it's an interesting plot so far.
Yeah.
They're doing a really good job of like making nature noises that I don't care for and just causing all kinds of problems in my head here. All right. Bloodstains.
Would you say you're enjoying this mission more than the previous one?
Yeah, you're hearing the growling, right?
Yes.
I mean, am I stuck?
Bring on the Burricks, baby.
I'm getting like having weird collision issues in this tunnel. There are a lot of strange sounds in this place. I think this is our friend's last resting spot. And indeed, the letter that starts with my co-conspirator and ends with affirmative identification. I knew the trees around here looked weird.
Garrett.
Victoria.
Garrett. Oh. Who is it you wish to fight? Me? Or my Thistlades? Oh, or the Sycamore?
Just you.
I am not the enemy, Garrett, nor anyone here. Here is your enemy. Mechanists. It's no secret that they wish to destroy you, too. Hero that you are. Regardless, you will join us in our struggle against them.
Join you? Not really my first choice.
Choice? My choice is to avenge the death of a friend. You understand nothing of suffering and duty. Pathetic man fool. In one moment I could... The past is the past. Now we have an enemy in common. Even you must see that this is so.
I seem to have a lot of enemies lately. Anyway, you have matters well in hand.
It is true that I am powerful, but I draw my strength from this place. Where the mechanists are, I am not so assured of victory.
Pity.
I have no time for your vengeful thoughts and biting words. But be assured, Garrett, you are stronger with us than without us. We have been watching the mechanists for 3 moons. Pagan agents are posted in every sector of the city. Your report, Larkspur.
1 loss in the old city, and 2 more in Dayport.
Sometimes enemies must join forces to overcome a more terrible foe. So tell me, Garrett, yes or no? Are we agreed to work together, sharing knowledge and skills against the mechanists? I put vengeance aside. The Earth keeps my promise for me. Now you have my oath on it. I'm cursed if I break the covenant. Now your answer.
I agree that...
Good. The Earth keeps your promise for you.
I mean, that's rad. I'm super into teaming up with them against the mechanists. Not so good on the loot there.
Yeah.
Also, I did kill... Okay, to be clear, that one beast dude that I killed was not an innocent. Sure, you killed one of ours, but that guy was a dick. Nobody liked him. It's fine. Oh, you're just not even interested.
New scripture of the master builder.
Karis is rewriting ancient hammer texts. But to what end? We don't know.
So you want me to find out?
Yes, but there's a more pressing problem. Karis is throwing a ball for the local nobility at Angel Watch, the new Mechanist Tower in Dayport. We need to know what he is up to. You have to be there, Garrett. Tonight, while the party is in progress.
Angel Watch? Is this how our arrangement is going to work? You coming up with ways for me to get myself killed?
Is this really Garrett, the master thief I hear talking? If danger is going to be a problem for you, then...
Just give me the details.
Security at the tower will be extra heavy with the city's nobility in attendance. So gaining entrance will be difficult.
For you, maybe. But I won't be knocking on the front door. The rooftops aren't called the Thieves' Highway for nothing.
I have some equipment for you. You should begin immediately. And also...
Remember to pickpocket the party guests?
You must find out whatever you can about the Cetus Project, a name our agents have overheard repeatedly. Karis has an office in the tower. Try to obtain some information there.
Brilliant idea. Try to find information about Karis' secret project in his office.
You do remember who the enemy is, don't you, Garrett?
If your information is wrong, and I end up risking my neck for nothing, this arrangement is over. Then try asking me that question again.
All right, Garrett's gotten a little sassy.
Yeah.
Okay, don't get killed. Infiltrate Angel Watch. Nobody heard that, and it didn't mean anything to anyone who did. You know, like the access hatch on the eastern side. Spy on Karis, break into his office, get some stuff, read or whatever. Between the wealth of the Mechanist Tower and the houses of Dayport, tonight should be a pretty good haul. You're a thief, not a murderer, although you are also a murderer. And when your objectives have been completed, just get back out, back to the safety of the bell tower. Easy. It sounds easy. The thing about this is I'm sure it's going to be very easy, especially considering how little money I made on that last one. But I do get to start with 4 frog beast eggs and some scripture. Amabel, the fuck is happening? All right, well, I'm going to buy the tips because I find them amusing. Wow, these are very fucking expensive. Holy shit. We don't start with any fire arrows. If I buy a fire arrow, it will be all of the dollars. But I love them. But I love them so much. Yo, those tips are really, really expensive.
I appreciate you buying them.
Well, they better prove to be worth it, I guess. So we do have access to vine arrows, produced by Victoria's Magic. This arrow can take root on grill work as well as any surface a normal rope arrow would stick in. Oh. Okay. So it's an upgrade to the rope arrow. That's cool. I'm buying a single fire arrow. No, 1 fire arrow is not. I'll buy one of these, and then we have 100 left. Oh, once it's armed, you can only disarm it with your lockpicks. That's interesting. We actually have a lot of broadheads this time, so I guess we'll just spend the rest of it on water arrows. All right, here's hoping. So we're not actually going to play much of this mission, or any of this mission, but as it's customary, we're going to have a look at these tips before we stop. Mr. Garrett, I apologize for my inability to serve your particular needs, but at this time I simply lack the supplies you require. But I do know where a man of your particular skills might acquire a few useful tools. Castle Carlisle in Dayport has a well-stocked armory, complete with the finest arrows and explosives. Getting into the armory may be difficult, though. Rumor has it that Carlisle has installed a new security door, and the thing is immune to everything from lockpicking to battering rams. Still, a man of your reputation should be able to circumvent such challenges, no? And see, this is where it's like, was this really worth it? Because, I absolutely would have tried to rob a castle.
Yeah.
What about the other one? Oh, we have the scripture passage. The new scripture of the Master Builder, draft page 3. And so Karis did set quill to paper to record his accomplishments, the most important of humankind before him, and certainly after, performed in the service of the Master Builder. And at that time none could know this scripture, and Karis could not read from it during his sermons, for he knew that humans, even his followers, in their weakness would not rejoice and celebrate, as Karis had at the good news of the Builder's paradise. Because humans were flawed, they would fail to understand. It was only Karis who truly knew that humans were an invention of the Master Builder, that they might invent the Builder's children to please him. In the soft whirring of the clean-oiled gears of the children around him, Karis heard the deafening roar of their approval, in his own voice, presumably. Note, I shall need to take pains in collecting these materials together again in my urgent press to capture events that pass, and my thoughts on them. I have writ passages in many of my chambers, and at present I cannot return to collect them, nor shall I trust another to collect them for me. This is some punctuation is getting localized incorrectly or something here. Okay, sorry about the jump cut, but here it is. I found it, the loot tip. Gee, got some news for you. A guy named Valencia just entered Dayport, and he's only there for a couple of days. He's some kind of diamond exporter, deals with rough stones. Well, while he's in town, he's storing a pouch of uncut diamonds at the Dayport Traders Bank. Security there is supposed to be pretty loose. Hell, the place is on the top floor of one of the marble buildings, so they must not expect any company, if you know what I mean. Should be fairly straightforward if you take the Thieves' Highway. See, again, I feel like I would definitely have tried to stop through the bank, so I feel like we paid an awful lot of money for not a lot of behavior modification here. But whatever, it's good, it's alright.
We're getting texture.
We're getting texture. We're purchasing texture.
Not as much texture as that one. That one.
Not an amount of
Still.
texture that actually like makes it difficult to tell what's going on, but yeah. All right. Well, with that, I think that's what we're calling it for today. Thank you all so much for watching. I'm so happy to have, like, it was obvious they were going to be reintroduced to the story in some major way, but I'm so happy to have the pagans now back fully in the story, and not just that, but also, you know, motivating our actions, and Victoria's still alive, and I guess that makes sense, right? We just didn't see her again after the Woodsy Lord thing, after the trickster thing. So yeah, all that stuff's great. I'm very excited about it. When you come back next time, it sounds like we're going to be robbing yet another party full of rich people, which I guess is kind of becoming Garrett's thing lately. He's got to break out of this typecasting, you know? But he won't be doing it next time. And we'll see you then.